Yo, yo, yo. How we going? Yo, yo, yo. What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? We up here. We up here. Okay, okay. You feel me? You feel me? What's good? What's good? What's good? What's good? Now we talking, cuz. Y'all know what 40. Foot the toucan. For yeah. Alright, well, here we go. Welcome to I don't know, this is day. Welcome to day one. Ooh, can y'all hear me? Is it good? Test, test. Up to the stream, homeboys. Alright, let's see what we got today. Alright, we are live. We just got our funded challenges. Funded accounts. We just got our funded accounts. Y'all hear me goody? Test, test. Yep. Okay, so we just got our funded accounts. Ooh, is it loud? Is it normal? Am I tweaking? Test, 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 test. Test. I don't know. Anyways. Yep, we just got our funded accounts here today. After last week's wins. So today we're having a little squizzy squazzy. It looks like a bit of a mess, but yep, this stream is just for entertainment purposes only. No financial advice officially given or to be taken. So from what I can see when I was trading, let's have a look at the market for today. It looks like there was, a breaker structure on the daily, internal breaker structure on the daily. It's pulled back to that internal protected high. Let's just rename this one internal protected high. It looks like to have broken it today, actually. There's a massive spike. I had a look if we just pay attention to this area here. So we've got the breaker structure downwards and it's sort of come back up here. Today, a massive bullish movement, bullish momentum. I wonder if there's any news. I think it was tomorrow. Yeah, nothing today. Tomorrow, 10:30 p.m. call CPI. So looks like a bit of a rally up towards that. You feel me? Anyways, so there's been a pullback. We've swung way past this internal protected high. So like the liquidity, like it's nothing. Hit this one. We've sort of had a pullback. I have noticed in the so this is a London Open, absolutely massive bull candle. I don't even know how you would. Yeah, there would be no entry for me in there. So no, this was this morning till this afternoon, and now it is just pounding back down. Really, look at that. Market opened. I had a look in the minutes. It just has come down completely. So look, at this point in time, I am a bit nervous to be trading this new challenge, but look, you know, we are here, and yes, we shall continue. And look, in this kind of massive move, I kind of might expect a maybe a pullback, to be honest with you. This is kind of ridiculous here. There's a massive impulse. I might be looking at a pullback to like one. Okay, so in my head there's a few trade ideas. One is this internal protected low on the 15 minutes that we can take a continuation off. This will be a massive trade to start off the funded accounts, but looks like it's just breezing past it. We'll see. You know, we are sort of moving into it. Momentum has slowed down, but it's kind of chop. I don't know. I'm just gonna vibe out for a bit. I'm gonna vibe out for a little bit. I'm a little bit concerned, to be honest, a bit scary. You know what I mean? So what I can see here, what this looks like is, let's say if we look on 3 minute, very plain and simple. This is in the London and Frankfurt crossover. Yep. Breaker structure here on the 3 minute. Put a new high. We are approaching a protected low. You know what I actually feel like? I feel like I've seen this a few times now. When there's such a massive movement, I feel like sometimes this shit calm down, and instead of, you know, people starting to think we long from here, I've seen this shit come down, sweep it just a little bit more, and then it goes long, just to cook people out a little bit. I've seen it a few times, and I'll be honest, I'll tell you what, if it does come to around here, which might be soon, if it does come to around here, I could see one of these kind of movements shaking out. Low keto, do I want to take a long off this massive already daily candle that's just been friggin' pushed up? You know, look, we are actually creating that. Oh wow, this 4 hour candle has been a massive pullback, 20 minutes left before the close. So generally with these, yeah, actually, how far did it come down? I actually can't even tell. But generally with these, you know, it seems like it could be making, I've seen this shit go like this, to be honest. Come down here, sweep that to make it that bottom wick of the 4 hour. As we are approaching the last 20 minutes or so, I believe. Yeah, the last 20 minutes. Creates that bottom wick, and then it comes up to create the top wick of the next 4 hour, and then it continues down. I bet you that's what's going to happen. I don't know, but I have a feeling. Shit always plays like this, you know. So I'm not gonna take it off here. I still think it might come down. If I miss it, I'm fine. Like, to be honest, honestly, in my playbook I did talk about taking the whole time frame continuations when it's you know, overall bullish. Breaker structure, this is a very common actually this is a decent thing that I noted down in my journal. Actually, you know what I was also gonna do? I was actually gonna do another journal. Actually, I wanted to create another table. Trading data, new page, database. Here we go, full page. And then how do I create this? How do I use this one as the other one before? Yeah. Yeah, maybe I just duplicate this without the data, without content. There we go. I'll delete this one. You know, the reason why, actually, let me put you over here, guys. Sorry, chat. Just a little bit too much for me. I'm just gonna rearrange some things. Anyway, so let's have a look. Yep. Pretty common. I mean, I've seen this a few times. You know, with such a massive move there, I would expect I would expect like there to be like a sweep of just here, maybe around here. It might come down a little bit more before coming up for a small pullback and then continuing down. That's usually what I see. I think might happen in the 4 hour, because look, it is kind of debating off this zone right here, to be honest with you. I was talking about this before. It is debating. It really is. It's bit too early for me to take a low time frame continuation. But anyways, oh my gosh, I'm getting distracted so many times. I am making a new journal, 5 XFAs. This is gonna be the new wave, chat. Here we go, here we go. New. I gotta make sure that should come along with it. Yeah, I want to check this one. Yeah, she does come along with it. All right, 1, 2, oh, 2. You feel me? I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. I knew it. Now look. Now for real, it has broken it pretty well, and very, very like low risk, low percentage of the time it does this fake out thing and then it comes back up. Low percentage of the time. Low percentage of the time. Got 2 minutes. Honestly, this doesn't look like it's gonna go back up anymore considering this candle. But in today's trading session, what are we doing for the? Yeah, look what is going on here, guys. You know, realistically speaking, this is almost a break of character, a break of structure right now. Really, like I can't see a rejection forming off here. I would maybe consider a very small attempt with a very tight stop loss. If I get wicked out, I think it might be an okay play. I might take a long here. I might take a long here. I don't know if you guys can hear me right. I might take a small long here because, you know, according to my trade idea, this could be the start. And there's 1 minute left. I don't want to fire too early. I might take a small buy. How's that?
Order filled.
I don't want to risk too much, really. I actually just want to, I really don't want to be risking too much here. I would be happy for it to just wake me out for this first trade here if it so chooses. Yeah, like I said, I do see sometimes this stuff happens after a massive impulse. We're hitting like the sort of topless structure. Look, there has to be liquidity that gets cleared out here at some point, realistically speaking. Pretty normal for London to make a move and then New York to completely sweep it out. If this one does fail, I am totally going to continue shorts. I'm happy, so happy with that. But yeah, anyways, the idea in this trade here is a simple lower time frame pro trade continuation. Really, like, come on, like what more can we want from this? It's a breaker structure, makes a protected high, a new high, and then continuation upwards. Look, I don't want to target that, really. That is an insane target. I honestly feel like, I don't know, could be a play. I'm risking very small, to be honest. I'm risking very small. Can I see it happening? What's the likelihood of happening? 14 minutes until this 1 hour closes. Respects that. This 1 hour here, this 4 hour could close as well. Look, it has to make a rejection of the 3 minute. If it does, I might do a smaller. Look, I'll fill in there just a little bit more. I want to keep my risk around that 300 mark anyways, 400 mark. This could be a fake out. Could be getting played right here though, but we'll monitor this. We shall monitor this. Look, I can totally get faked out here. Let's see what the tilt's saying. Feel that? Yeah. Yeah. Look, I don't know. Like I said from the beginning, usually I see that kind of bigger sweep of the protected low. That was about 30 points as well. Like, to be clear, that is like just right there, that protected low. Let me have a look. How far did it come down? It came about to 32 points. Yep. Which is generally the stop loss range that I put. 32 points. Yeah, this looks. Worst case scenario. I just pull it just a little bit. And if it loses, look, I might even just call it a day for today. I don't want to be too risque, but look, in this case, might do 2 micros if it continues being on that I've seen this before. Yeah. I have seen this before. I remember last time this happened, I wanted to get a limit order here, and then it could just completely takes off without me. As happened before. Time of entry 23:43. So let's get this one lined up. 23:43. Pretty tight. It's actually pretty tight. I don't know. Does look like it's going to keep continuing down. Nope. I'm pretty content with it if it continues coming down. Like, come on. What position? Your entry price. $78. I don't know if that's just an average. Yeah, that does look like an average. I don't know the exact price I got it on. Probably got something like there. Yep, could take me out here. What's the ticks if I'm moving? Yeah, nah, look, that's fine. Really, it's it'll just take me out of that 700, which is fine. Don't know what the original SL was, around there, around 30. I wonder if there is like a low time chock. Still I'm just gonna keep it as is. It's gonna be a bit of a choppy movement, really. That look good. Did that look good for the stream? Yep. Look, I tell you what. If it beats this, if it breaks this internal protected high, and it comes down here, oh, I'm loading up. I'm loading up. Yeah. If it breaks it, if it sweeps it, it's kind of like but if it breaks it pretty well, oh yeah. Oh, that looks good. That does look good. I'm not gonna load up just yet. Like I said, I want it to sort of come back just a little bit lower. Alright, well. Alright. Alright, bro. I think that's a pretty decent move. I mean, I can maybe my scale in here. Another 3 micros, perhaps. Oh, this actually looks good. Maybe I take some off the table even. Well, this is good.
Order filled.
Oh yeah, looks good there. I'm just increasing 2 micros. Looks pretty decent. I like the stop loss right under this protected low. I guess this little internal low here. I think it's a pretty decent trade. But the thing is, where do I take the stop loss? You know what I mean? Where do I take the stop loss? Could this be a sweep of the London lows, London opening lows. So London opened here, right? 5 o'clock. So the bottom of London is just down here, but in terms of the low, sweeping sort of the pullback, the low will be here. We've swept it. We've swept it quite nicely. Question is, where do I take the profit target to? Do we want to play conservative? If we are playing conservative, I might just do a little quick fib tracement. Look, I set out the 0.618. $2,000 for the day is pretty good. Pretty good. Question is, do I take some risk off here? Do I let it play? You know what I realized? Might let it play. Look. Yeah. Look, let's talk about, okay, let me try and reiterate all the positive confluences. Just made a daily breaker structure. Daily breaker structure, heavily breaker structure, and that's not just a freaking internal protected high got swept. Okay. 4 hour, we are at a 4 hour POE, but I put POI, point of interest. We did sweep it though, and so that's all been cleared, you know, so it's free game at this point. We could be really heading towards the next target slowly, which might even be here, just to be safe. Like, I'm not saying it will, but this could be the this could be the target up here. Let's see, internal protected high. Okay. What I know is after a break of structure, look, this is a clear break of structure here, but on the daily, it's a clear internal break of structure here. I wouldn't even really consider this. Really, if you look at the daily, yeah, it's just a straight leg down. 4 hour, a little bit of a different story, but you know, we dealt with that over here. We had a slow sweep of this POI here, this candle here. We've rejected it, or we've retraced back to a decent fib level. I would say 0.5 or 0.618 just in this swing here. What do we get to? 0.5? 0.618. Come on, let's 5 or so. So we've swept it. Okay, so we've swept this one. We've had that little pullback. You know, we've swept that pullback here. Oh, so this one, sorry, pullback, and then we've swept this one completely. Absolutely demolishing it today. And then where are we now? We are chilling. So this 15-minute, you know, we've had a breaker structure. What was that? I don't even know. Actually, no, look at it. Is that 30 minutes? A bit of a weird breaker structure. But yeah, we shall see. Look, I'm actually at this point, we did hit around 100, like actually 1k profit, floating profit at that level just before 1k. You know, I'm sort of okay with this coming back a little bit towards this this area here. I don't think it will close. Look, I'm actually pretty okay with it, you know, loading up a couple
Order
more.
filled.
The reason why is, you know, I'm happy for it to invalidate my trade. I'm happy for it to stop me out, is what I'm saying, essentially. For the potential risk is what I'm seeing. It looks like there's a massive rejection area here at the 15 minutes, quite clear. Didn't close strongly below it. This candle, that is 3 minutes, could still. But what I'm saying is, yeah, look, it's coming down, but it's not enough to really wipe it out. And it's trying, but it's not really. Look, the sentiment has completely changed. Before we started the trade, it was like, I think, 61% short. Now it's like, look at that. Now it's, oh my gosh, it's all over the shop, isn't it? It was just showing 60, but now, you know, so what I'm saying is the rejection of this spot, this key spot, is quite significant. It's not something to ignore. We've got 3 minutes left of this 5-minute candle. This one just started. This one can come down here. Look, if it comes down here, really, it's just gonna keep going down. And you know, I've lost. I could have pulled that 1,000, but could be a lesson to learn. Like, where is my correct TP next time? Could be. At this point in time, the risk is still decent. I maybe should have considered taking some off the table there, so I'm a little bit up. I mean, because if I took some off, I would have been, you know, $300 up, and then as it comes down, load up again. So that could have been a wiser play. But at the moment, let's see what the 5-minute. I like to cycle as you know, when I get scared, when I get a little bit, you know, worried about what the price is doing, I like to cycle time frames. So really, I'll have a look at the 3 minutes, see what it's saying. 5-minute, I'll come back up a little bit. You know, it helps me with the confidence. It is trying to sort of play around this area, but what's a 30-minute saying? Look at that, 1 minute. 1 minute and 3 seconds on the 30-minute time frame, and it's just rejecting that protected low. We'll have to see how it closes under though. It's just rejecting it, you know. This is a bearish sign as well. There's a massive top wick signaling that we couldn't continue pushing up. The bears are overpowering the bulls. And I could have been, this could have been that initial bias that I was talking about, you know, that I did say with this 4-hour, the next candle, I could see a movement up before it comes down to continue sort of this bit of a sweep of this massive candle up here. Could be. I could be quite wishful thinking with this profit target. Really, I maybe should have I should have maybe considered scalping this position, this leg here that made the pullback. Did it go to 50? It did go to the 50. Did go to the 50. So I could have taken some profits up there. What that means to me when I see a pullback to the 50% is it's actually a strong move, bearish. And if it doesn't pull back towards the 618, then it's kind of like, oh man, that initial trend is actually very strong. So we'll see here. This 5 seconds and the 5 seconds, next 5 seconds, it might close me out for a loss for today. First loss it could be the first loss on the front of the accounts. Oh sorry, looking at the wrong sort of thing here. Yeah, this could be the first loss on the account. I could have made a mistake not taking profits off the table. Yep, as it continues to come down. Now we're switching to a bearish sort of move. I like to deep breathe. Well, not deep breathe, but I like to sort of try and be a bit patient with this kind of stuff. I'll flick to the higher time frame, see what's going on. Yep, this could be. Let's see what the 30 minutes is saying. Yeah, it could be the wipeout here. Could be the wipeout. Should I break even here? If it does come back up, if it gives me a chance. I wonder. This might be you know what? This might actually be too tight of a stop loss. This could actually continue going up. My stop loss is too tight. This could be one of those days. I should maybe consider taking some off. Maybe. This could be one of those days. Man! Are you telling me? Are you telling me that's how far off I was from getting closed out today? Holy Jamal, that's insane. I don't know how I do it. Wow. So one of the settings here, something about streamer mode. Stream mode balance. Stream mode max loss limit. Stream mode unrealized profit loss. Day loss there. Account name. Yeah, that's right. That looks right. What am I doing today? Yeah, that's bearish. Yeah, it's bearish. Yeah, it's bearish. Sell one contract.
Order filled.
Got 25 bucks. Oh my days. What are we seeing? Do we see the US Open sort of continue the bullish trend? I'm curious, you know. Yeah, I'm very curious. It's very choppy. Keep switching from long to short biases. This is very a little bit concerning, but we shall see. I think this is one of the cases where, yeah, I might have done a very tight stop loss, but I don't want to jinx it. I don't want to jump in too early. I am going to continue leaving this here and just quickly monitor it. What is the stop loss in case? It's about, yeah, I might just be safe here. Nah, look, if it breaks it, then it actually might just keep going, really. Really don't know. Look, I'll be happy if it hits that, realistically speaking. Internal protected high. Alright chat, I'll be honest with you, I was just about to hop on CSGO, but that is quite that is quite irresponsible me whilst I'm in a live trade. So what I'm going to be doing now is, you know, as I'm trying to build a better habit, I might go ahead and start journaling. So let's give this a whirl. I can't, the 43, right? There it is. 43 was initial entry. We haven't gone below our initially set stop loss, which is good. This trailing stop loss as I scale in could be a small issue, but we'll just keep it going. I mean, look, the good thing is price slowly looks like it's moving away. Price looks like it's moving away. The volume or the liquidity, I guess, is kind of slow. It's a bit, or maybe it's high, you know, because it is choppy. Let me just see if there's volume indicator. Volume. Yeah, it's a pretty decent spike. It is trailing off. It's tapering off. Massive shorts. Slowly tapering off as the initial shorts have been filled. You know, we've swept, like I said, we swept that low. Like I said, it was gonna go a little bit further, and this might be the what you call AMD, accumulation, manipulation. Look, accumulates, I think is what they call it. Manipulates out of this London open swing and then manipulates to the correct side. So it really might even come up here. Like, oh, come on, don't want to jinx it, but that would be an insane play. Well, probability is quite low. Look, to be safe, I might just take it off the table around here, somewhere like that. Around that 6.8, 618. If it does come up my way, in between that 618, 617, something like that. But I'll keep an eye on it. I'm not gonna scale it anymore. I'm not gonna take any more off. I'm pretty happy with this risk. I don't want to bother moving to break even. Too much. What I've found out with break even trading is, well, me personally, I find the stress of having to manage a running trade a little bit too stressful, because I get, oh, what if I move it here and then it breaks even and then it goes the right way, I'll be pretty annoyed. But also if it moves here and I would have lost, I've already accepted the loss, you know, before I went to the trade, you know what I mean? Because I've already mapped out my bias and whatnot, my trade idea. I've already accepted it mentally, so giving myself a sort of the, oh, I have to move to break even or whatever, kind of just says I'm not really speaking to the confidence in my trade. It is sort of risk management, but also like, if you know you keep moving to break even, this, that, don't know, I just can't be bothered. I did run the numbers, and it does turn out that with my trading style like this, so see how this is the stop loss 30.5 points. I found out that if I took a 1-to-1, or if I took off, I think it was half of my, was it? Yeah, half of my position at a 1-to-1, and let the rest ride. It is pretty much, it's close to being the same as just letting the whole thing ride. It's just a little bit more profitable. So yeah, we'll see. Anyways, let me journal this trade in one day. 23.43. It is in the New York session 2. We're in May. It's Monday. There's no news. You know, I'm actually gonna take volatility. No, I'll keep it as is. was thinking about changing this one to news because I noticed in my other journal was just it just a lot of it was just no and a volatility aspect. Volatility, yes. What was it? And YSC open. Sometimes trade one, mental capacity. I did exercise. Sleep was actually pretty good. Daily external. Here we go. You know what? I'm actually gonna do this shit now. Like literally from everything. So I can go ahead and not procrastinate and save it for later, which I do a lot. I wonder if I can duplicate this. Oh my days. Forgot, is there another way to Nasdaq. Maybe MNQ. Yeah, maybe I'll do MNQ for this one. No. Yeah. Yeah. And MNQ. Futures mini. Oh man, I forgot. How do I do it? Here we go. And is this the same thing? The same thing, chat. Maybe that one. What I'm trying to do is find another chart so I can, like this chart here, NQ1 has like a lot of my stuff that I have to catch up on back on like the article. What the fuck is this? Yeah, no, what the fuck? How to make another chart? Watch this. Can I duplicate this? I don't know. FX trading? Where's that? Watch this. Bro. I'm gonna move this one up a little bit more. Actually can't be bothered. Can't be bothered scaling in. Too much emotional battery. Yeah, no. Bro, what is this? I can't remember. This is for Forex. Oh, watch this. Make a copy. What's it? Nasdaq. Chart for. Oh wait, what? No, not this. Oh yeah. Standard. Okay. Make a copy. Nasdaq. NQ. 5 XFAs. Let's do that. Okay. NQ. Standard 5 XFAs. Yo. No, not the standard 5 XFAs. I'll delete everything else. Double check. Yeah, not bad. Let me just see. Let me just see, chat. Oh, nice. It's faring out pretty well. This session might continue. Yeah, look, I don't know if it'll actually go all the way though. Realistically. realistically speaking, which is the most probable area. You know what? Do I just take some off the tail? Do I just secure my first trade win of the account? Yeah, fuck it.
Order filled.
Fuck it. I can't be bothered. I can't be bothered. That was a decent trade. Look, like a 2 to 1. It still might go up. Now I'm feeling FOMO. Now I'm feeling FOMO. Now I'm feeling FOMO. Shit. 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 Oh, man. Damn, I fucked myself up here. Yeah, look. Yeah, look at that. It has to actually come back and sweep. I feel like it has to come back and sweep it. Lower time frame continuations on this shit is good. This is a good trade. I should have maybe just stuck it out. I don't know. Should have just stuck it out. Yeah, look, what's that? It's been about 45 minutes. Well, I'm just gonna put down early. My TP was hit early. Yeah, look, I feel like it still might go up. Nah, look, I'll close myself out. That's it, guys. First trade of the day on all the on the funded accounts. 1.3, yeah, about 1.3 across all of them, so that's pretty cool. Like reflection on the trade, I think it's a pretty decent trade. Look, honestly, I just TP'd it at the place where I could have initially. Based on the price action though, you know, it looked a bit chopped there. Normally what I would have liked to see, if I wouldn't have closed out if it just didn't hover around that area. It gave me a little point of anxiety. And generally, you know, 2.2 R is actually pretty decent. You know, I can walk away with that. So... yeah, alright, fantastic. Well, look, that is a great trade for today. This is the first trade for my 3 150k XFA. So I'm done for today. 1.3k. Happy days. Thank you for watching, chat. I shall see you in the next one. Alright, my fault.